Hello, welcome back to my channel. My name is Megan. Today I wanted to go over a few of my February favorites. To be honest, not much has changed since January, but I actually think that's really helpful. I like to see consistency. Now I totally understand why. I mean, if you're like a big name influencer and you're getting gifted a lot of beauty products and clothes and all that stuff, like, and you have to constantly do hauls. Like I get why their stuff would be constantly changing, but I noticed that when I was watching them, I mean, as a consumer, just like a normal everyday consumer, not getting these things for free, it wasn't helpful for me in terms of my style, in terms of my bank account, all these things. Like, so, okay, there are quite a few overlaps from January, but I figured I would share them with you anyway because I really like them. And it's nice to know that I still like them, I guess. Anyway, starting out with, I have this jewelry box. I picked this up in December and it was part of my Black Friday sale. I don't know if you can see all the dust on it, but the camera tends to show everything. So I really like this little velvet travel case. I realized that I never used to pack jewelry, but it's so easy to kind of, you know, look dressier without really trying when you have tiny pieces of jewelry. I still love this. I would highly recommend it. I just like seeing it on my bedside table. So, and I've started actually wearing my jewelry more when it's close by. I would always hate that at the end of the night when I realize I'm still wearing earrings or my rings or something and I don't want to have to go all the way over to my dresser to put things away. So I just keep this by my bedside table. It has all my jewelry in it. So I've been really enjoying using it and just seeing it because it's pretty. But this is from the company Wolf. I would absolutely recommend their jewelry boxes. They're gorgeous. I think I want to pick up a bigger one and then just use this as an actual travel pouch because I have been picking up quite a few jewelry pieces in the last year. Up next, just a couple makeup favorites. Again, really consistent because I'm not buying a lot of makeup. I am not wearing a ton of makeup, so the stuff that I want to put on, like, I want it to look great every single time. I'm still loving the Glossier Skin Tint. My skin gets more dry in the wintertime, and this is such a good base for, like, I don't have to like heavily prep my skin. I can't believe that I used to put on such heavy foundation every single day. I had to wash my skin in a particular way and really make sure it was like heavily moisturized and spend so much time getting my skin ready to spend even more time on the foundation steps and buffing it in, and you know, this is so easy and so carefree. It looks good. It's just really simple and does exactly what I want it to do. And in that same idea, the Balm.com, I don't reach for my other chapsticks anymore. I really just need to throw them out and never buy them again because this is awesome. It's, yeah, I don't know. Everyone probably knows about this and I was really late to the game, but it is actually as good as everyone said. I'm still just using this Chanel eyeliner. Anytime I'm wearing makeup, I'll pretty much wear this and then the Tom Ford liquid eyeliner. But what I love about this is the color. So it's like a plummy, brownish, cool tone. I don't even know what it is. I have it on right now, but it's called Cassis. It's the Stilo waterproof, long-lasting eyeliner. You can smudge it, you can put it in the waterline. It's just the most goof-proof, water-proof eyeliner thing I've ever had, and I'm not great at makeup. I just want it to look good with minimal effort. So this I can chuck on. And then, probably lastly, my other favorite is this blush from Hourglass. I've had this for a long time, but I was reaching for it a lot more in February. I don't know what it was. I was using my Tom Ford blush a lot in January, and recently I've been going for this. I think it's because like any remnants of a tan I had from this past summer is completely gone, and so now this very pinky, I don't know, pearly pinky shade looks quite good on me. So next in terms of favorites has to be these Agatha Christie books. They're just easy, simple reads. Okay, I had never read any Agatha Christie books, and today's International Women's Day, I think. I think it is when I'm filming. I saw an Olympia Latan clutch, right? Okay, and it was an Agatha Christie inspired one. And I realized I've never read any of her books. Why have I not read any of them? Growing up, I used to read a lot of the Nancy Drew mystery stories and the Hardy Boys, and my dad would read them to us. So I don't know. I just feel really sentimental when I read these, and they're really light. It's nice to get my nose out of my phone and just into a simple book before going to bed. I don't know about you, but I noticed that sorry, one more thing. When I read before bed, I sleep so much better. So I know that they're just like silly little stories, but I'm really enjoying them. I finished one in about 2 days, and I'm a really slow reader, you know, and like I have to read a lot of reports at work. I go through a lot of different studies and data sets and all that stuff, so it's, you know, it's just nice. Up next, something I've been really loving is my silk shirts. I've been reaching for them most days. Anytime I'm dressing up, even when I'm dressing down and layering sweaters, like when I go for a walk with my husband through the city, like a sweater over this, they're so nice and insulating. In fact, I just placed another order with LilySilk. This is the medium, and it's always been really roomy. I like that kind of loose, slouchy, cool vibe that it gives, but I have ordered a small. In fact, I'm gonna be doing a size video coming up really soon. I realized that all the questions I've had from LilySilk have pretty much been related to sizing. I've heard people say that the returns are not the easiest thing in the world, so they want to make sure that they get the right size if they're going to actually consider getting them from LilySilk. You know, I mean, you do what's right for you. I happen to like them, and I've really enjoyed the product so far, but I realized that a lot of questions have been related to sizing, so I'm going to have a whole short video dedicated to that. But this has absolutely been one of my favorites. I've been wearing silk tops, you know, several times a week. Second to last, in terms of my monthly favorites, I've been grabbing these boots constantly. They are waterproof, green suede boots from Aquitalia. I love Aquitalia so much as a brand now. I have 3 of their boots. Black, simple suede ones, and my sparkly ones. If you follow me on Instagram, then you will know that I've been pretty much reading. Oh, no, I'm making a mess. Okay, things are caught. If you follow me on Instagram, you'll know that I pretty much reach for these constantly in most of my pictures. I'm wearing one of these 2 or both. I love these boots. They are probably more aimed at a narrow foot and like narrow to normal, but I have wider feet and they've stretched out wonderfully. It took a day to break in, but now they fit really well and they're quite comfortable. I don't have to worry about if it's raining. That's something I hate about the winter time and spring. It's that I have to think about, okay, if I actually want to look nice, what shoes am I gonna wear if it's gonna be raining? It's not always too easy to do all that, but I love these, and I like that green has become my alternative neutral to black. It's like, why not? Who says that black has to be your go-to neutral? I mean, if you would have a black bag and black shoes, why not pick any other color, you know? And green is so subtle. Obviously, this bag is out because it is my handbag favorite for February. I reached for this all the time, and I realized I hadn't really reached for it in December and January. For some reason, this was the bag that I wanted to use constantly, and I'm noticing how much green I have in my wardrobe, so it seems to go with everything, especially since I got these boots. I mean, again, why have everything be black? So I love this Mark Cross bag. I did mention in my review that it's a little bit heavier than your average bag. I think in the summertime, it would kind of give me a sore shoulder eventually, not immediately, but eventually. However, with the sweaters and the coats, maybe that's the difference it's making, like the minimal padding that a coat provides, or, you know, in my sweaters. I haven't had any problems wearing this all day with like a sore shoulder or anything like I did in the summertime. I don't know, maybe I've gotten used to it. Maybe it was just the difference getting a new bag, but I've really enjoyed it. Okay, so that was my February favorites. Please let me know some of the items that you've been loving to use. I should note that I'm gonna have to probably go down to one video a week, probably on Saturday. I'll still try to do 2, but it might not be able to happen. There's some personal things going on right now, conflicting with my filming, and that's, I mean, it's fine. If you want to follow me on Instagram, I always say when I'm going to be uploading a video. So they'll always be coming out on Saturdays, but I may need to have some spotty uploading for the next few weeks, but I'll keep you posted. Coming up next, I have some videos about sustainability and then the LilySilk sizing review. So I will talk to you next time. Thanks for watching.